Hi everyone, I'm Mia McCormick with Kelby One, and we have some really exciting news. Canon has asked us to talk to photographers about their experience with the brand new 7D Mark II. To do this, we tapped Adam Jones, a wildlife and nature photographer whose work sells commercially and editorially in over 50 countries. And he's a Canon Explorer of Light. Adam, what's the essence of a good nature or travel photograph?
Me, it's all about subject, lighting, and background. Of course, once you're on location, you got to have equipment that gets the job done. It enhances my experience with the subject matter. It doesn't get in my way. It reacts intuitively, almost instinctively when I want to make the photograph. This particular camera, the Canon 7D Mark II, is just wonderful. It responds instantly. Every thought, I just breathe on the shutter button and it's ready to go. It's got a high capture rate. 10 frames a second, high ISO capabilities are outstanding, and high resolution. I shot more handheld shots in the last 2 weeks with this camera than I probably have in the last 2 months. I'm typically a tripod shooter, but I really wanted to push the high ISO capability and free myself from the tripod, get out and just see what this baby could do, and I am impressed. It's just amazing. You know, sports and wildlife, the autofocus has to lock on quickly, instantly, and keep that focus throughout. I shot running horses, mountain lions, foxes, a wolf, and I had sequences of 18 to 20 images, and every single shot was in focus. It was just amazing.
Now, I know you have a lot of workshops and you teach students. What are some of the obstacles that people face when they're trying to shoot this type of photography?
Well, the biggest obstacle for most folks that don't have an unlimited budget is getting close enough. I lead tours to Africa quite frequently, and you never have too much glass or too much lens. So the fact that this is a cropped sensor camera where it has a 1.6 magnification factor, all of your lenses get multiplied by that 1.6. This 70-200 2.8 is the primary lens I used in my 2 weeks with the camera. It's just been amazing on that. Extends it out to 320 millimeters without any loss of light or image quality due to having to add a teleconverter onto a full frame body. It also works really well with 100-400, which is another popular lens among consumers for wildlife photography. A lot of people can't spring for a 500, a 600, an 800, so the 100-400 fills in on that duty. This will be a great combination with that lens. It'll be like a 160-640 zoom, not losing any light. You can reach out and grab things, and it's just going to be amazing. So I'm excited. I have to admit, I've been somewhat of a full frame snob, and this is a camera I'm excited about and can't wait to purchase one. As soon as I can get my hands on it, I'm going to have one.
Oh, you got your hands on one right
yeah,
there?
I might have to pry this out of my hands. No, it's a great camera.
So I know you talked a little bit about that frame rate, but anyone who shoots wildlife knows that you have a fraction of a second because animals are completely unpredictable.
Exactly right. I mean, I can just touch the shutter button, it responds instantly. I shot a series of a mother fox with 3 babies rolling around, play fighting, and I got every little subtle nuance. They're rolling on the ground, mouth on the legs, mouth to mouth. It's just, you get every little nuance that's happening, and you don't have that click, 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 and you know that you're missing 95% of the action. So it's been wonderful.
In your experience, just how precise, just how quick is the autofocus?
Amazing. It's right on level with the 1DX in my opinion. My experience with it was just nothing short of stunning. I photographed flying hummingbirds, birds that are buzzing around feeders, and it was nabbing those with an extremely high success rate. I photographed running horses. I shot over 300 images on running horses, and I think there were 3 out of focus, out of 300. It's just amazing. Shot at high ISO on the hummingbirds, everything from 1600 to 6400 ISO, stunned with the image quality. So it's amazing.
I know you do a bit of macro work, specifically reptiles and frogs and that kind of thing, so you're working with really vibrant colors, really close quarters, and a lot of detail work. How do you feel like this camera performed there?
All the way around, this camera is going to be wonderful no matter what you shoot with it. I, again, pushed the limits and did a lot of handheld macro with a 180 macro higher ISOs and freed myself from the tripod, and I'm just thrilled with the results. It's liberating to not be tied to that tripod for a change. So the high ISO capabilities of this camera, being a cropped sensor, are just truly breathtaking. Again, on the horses, I photographed nothing but their eyeball, eyelashes, and face, and the detail is just stunning. The high resolution of the 20+ megapixels just is outstanding.
So how about the images right out of camera?
Amazingly good. I really think that they've dialed up the automatic white balances right on the money. I had great results with that. Tried a few of the presets, and typically in the past I've thought some of the cloudy presets were a bit warm. This looks like it's really good, nice smooth tonalities to everything, so I'm quite pleased.
And with wildlife, you're working in all kinds of conditions. You're talking about Africa, right? There's probably rain, there's probably dust. How does this camera kind of hold up durability-wise?
This camera's going to be good. I can attest from firsthand experience, my first day out photographing this mountain lion was raining. So I'm standing in the rain, the camera's soaked, the lens is soaked, and everything worked flawlessly. One other point I'd like to make too is that in the past when I've taken clients to Kenya, I've often suggested that, hey, you rent a 1DX or a 1D Mark IV. For the price of 2 rentals, you can own this high performance camera. It's just an amazing opportunity to get in on a high level of performance.
So people who are really looking to bring their wildlife and nature photography up a notch, you think this is really one of the best ways they can do it?
I think this is the camera everybody's been wanting. I really do. From the feedback from my clients on my tours, everybody wants a camera that's not too expensive, high performance, high image quality, high capture rate. This camera, the 7D Mark II, answers all those questions. Gives everybody just what their wish list was.
Adam, it sounds like you really enjoyed working with this camera.
I sure did. It's been a wonderful experience, and I think Canon's really hit a home run on this one.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We were also able to get the thoughts of Scott Kelby and Peter Reed Miller, so look out for those interviews. Thanks for watching.